If you're not prepared to fly the missed approach, you just know old Murph of Murphy's Law fame will have you flying one, close to the ground, in the clouds, at low airspeed, while you're trying to read little tiny altitudes, courses, and headings on an approach chart. That's why, when you self-brief an approach, you memorize your initial missed approach climb instructions. That lets you concentrate on flying the missed approach correctly and safely without fumbling around the cockpit. On your ILS approach into Jacksonville, North Carolina, let's say that you've reached the decision height of 290 feet and the gray outside looks pretty much the same as when you went into the clouds. As you know, the decision height is another way of saying the missed approach point on a precision approach. So it's time to start flying the missed approach procedure. This is not the time to start cheating, trying to sneak a peek at the ground by going just a little lower. No, don't do that. Your obstacle clearance on missed approach is based on the same 152 feet per nautical mile climb gradient as the published departure procedures you've used. And that gradient starts at the missed approach point. So if you don't execute the missed approach promptly, you're shaving way too close to the obstacles and terrain around the airport. The first thing to do is start climbing. Simultaneously add full power and pitch up to your climb attitude. Keep flying your final course, in this case 052 degrees. Then raise the flaps to clean up your Skyhawk and help get some vertical distance between you and the solid parts of North Carolina. You might want to think of this as power up, pitch up, and flaps up. At this point, your most important concern is getting away from the ground. Concentrate on maintaining a climb attitude and making sure you're actually climbing. Then, glance at your airspeed indicator to confirm that you're going at about 80 knots. From your self-briefing, you've memorized your first action, and that's to climb straight ahead to 500 feet. And once you're confident that you're aviating and navigating in good form and things are settled down and you feel you know where you are and you know what you're doing, take a deep breath and start communicating. Announce what you're doing on Unicom. If the weather is marginal, it may keep you from having a close encounter with another aircraft in the same area. Then switch your comm back to Wilmington approach and tell them what's happening. That way they'll know you're heading for your missed approach holding fix, and everybody should start thinking about what to do next. But if all this communicating isn't done by the time you start the left turn, you can let it wait until you finish the turn. Okay, so when do you stop your left turn? Well, Ellis is your missed approach holding fix, so you can stop your turn when either your ADF needle is right on your nose at the top of the indicator or your GPS shows you pointed at Ellis. Then track to Ellis and enter the holding pattern. And don't forget to let Wilmington approach know when you cross Ellis outbound. Entering holding is one of your required IFR reports. Then, while you're holding, you can relax and decide what you want to do. So you can see, especially when you're flying a missed approach, success depends on these IFR basics. Plan ahead and follow your plan. That way, if somebody named Murph shows up looking for a ride, you can tell him to take a hike.